Let's now check out some of the top trending stories we tracked at the courtrooms.
We begin with the report that the Lagos High Court sitting in Ikeja has struck out charges of alleged corrupt enrichment against a judge of the National Industrial Court, Justice James Agbadu Fishim. Justice Raliat Adebi, in a short ruling delivered on Thursday, the 24th of May, relied on a Court of Appeal judgment to the effect that the defendant ought to have been first investigated and disciplined by the National Judicial Commission before the anti-graft agency, the EFCC, can file criminal charges against him. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, had filed a 19-count criminal charge against Justice Agbadu Fishim over allegations of unlawful enrichment to the tune of 4.8 million naira. In the charge, the judge is alleged to have received money from 7 senior advocates of Nigeria and a law firm between June 2013 and August 2015. Another federal high court in Abuja on Wednesday, May the 23rd, ordered that the criminal trial of a former National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, Olisa Metu, will henceforth proceed in his absence. Justice Okonabang, in his ruling, held that the court was entitled to proceed with the trial in Metu's absence, considering the defendant's previous several attempts to frustrate the trial and the way he allegedly conducted himself after he fell down in court. Metu fell down as he was making his way to the dock at the Monday's proceedings. He was later taken away in the court's ambulance and has since been absent from court proceedings. But Justice Abang held on Wednesday that Metu deliberately fell down on Monday after deliberately choosing to ignore the lawful directive of the court instructing him to remain seated and not to go to the dock. The judge also said Metu went on to disturb proceedings by whimpering and groaning loudly to give the impression that he was in pain and made the court look like an accident scene. And a former governor of Plateau State, Jonah Jang, left jail on Thursday, May 24, after the traditional ruler of Jos, Gyang Buba, who is also the chairman of the State's Council of Chiefs, stood as his surety. A day before he left prison, the Plateau State High Court, which remanded Mr. Jang at the Jos prison, granted him bail in the sum of 100 million naira. He was asked to provide a surety who must be a first-class paramount ruler and also to deposit his international passport with the court. The court also granted bail to the second accused person, Yusuf Pam, in the sum of 50 million naira. After ruling on the bail applications of the two defendants, the trial judge, Daniel Longi, said there would be an accelerated hearing of the trial, which he fixed for July the 17th, 18th and 19th. And we round off in Kano State, where the Federal High Court sitting there also granted bail to a former governor of the state, Ibrahim Shekarau, on Thursday, May the 24th. He was arraigned by the EFCC over alleged money laundering. Shekarau, along with one Bashir Wali and Mansour Ahmad, are facing 6 counts bordering on conspiracy and money laundering to the tune of 950 million naira. The EFCC told the court that the defendants had, between March 26 and 27, 2015, in Kano, conspired between themselves and received various sums of money without going through financial institutions. The money was allegedly issued out to the defendants by the People's Democratic Party and the former Petroleum Minister Dezani Alison Madueke. The trio had, however, pleaded not guilty to the charges. Justice Zainab Abubakar Baje granted them bail in the sum of 100 million naira each, with 2 reliable sureties in like sum. The case was then adjourned till June the 26th for trial.
And it's on that note we wrap up today's episode of the program. Please feel free to send in your comments on the issues we featured today. Do also remember that you can watch this episode and past episodes of the program on our YouTube channel. I'm Shola Shayeli. Many thanks for watching.